Very good evening to you, our dear viewer tuning into that is Westnile Television, and of course the program is Real Talk with me, your host Lady Beats, and this is a program that comes away every single Saturdays. When it comes to Real Talk, we have a real discussion. That is of course what we are talking about right here, and with me I have my guest, and the repeat of this very particular program returns every single Thursdays from 9 a.m. to that is 11 a.m. There is it. I am sitting in for Ayot, Lillian, and of course she has been taken up for official duties. And like I did say, we have our guest, and the topic we'll be discussing is quite interesting. It's all about youth, and of course the women. When you talk about youth and women, we're talking about that is business perspective, how possibly they'll come up with a very sustainable business, how they'll manage it, how they'll run it is what we're talking about here. And more of this will be discussed with my guest. And of course, we have two ladies in the building. As you said, today is more of that is women's talk. I don't know how I choose to do it like that, but of course, you know, a voice of women matters, and that is what we'll be discussing right in the studios of Westnile Television. Your host remains Ready Beats. It's exactly 14 minutes past that is 8 p.m. And without wasting time, allow me to start at my left hand side to introduce my dear beautiful angelic guest in the studios. Hello, you're most welcome, and tell the viewers your name and what you do. You're most welcome.
Hello, Mabalo Priska, Pretty Peace, the AKA Pretty Peace.
Okay.
I have a business in Yofe, the salon.
Okay.
So I'm an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. That is a Balo or Peace, a Priska for you. And of course, we normally call her Pretty Peace, an entrepreneur at the same time. Yes, I have a beautiful babe right next to me at my right hand side. Hello, introduce yourself to us and what you do.
Hello, thank you, Bits. My name is Marvin Solitarian. I am a business lady. I have a clothing store in town, KKT, and I also work. I work with Omia Food.
Okay.
I am in their finance team. So I am serial in that nature. I work, I oversee my business, and all that.
All right, that is Marvin for you, our dear lovely viewers. We did say that the topic is quite interesting, and trust me, everything that we're going to discuss, and of course we're live on our Facebook page, we're live on YouTube, and of course you can follow us right there and to get what exactly we'll be discussing with my guest in the studios of Westnile Television. It's all about that is youth or else women that is involving themselves in building sustainable business in Westnile. When we talk about a sustainable business, basically we talk about a lot of things right here. And when it involves that is youth or else women, we basically know what youths are going through and what women are going through and how we are overcoming this and how basically we are going to handle such a business when it comes to that is a women perspective or is the youth's perspective. And of course I'm going to be rolling the first one to my dear one, that is Marvin. The first question I will have to put it to you straightforward, without hesitation, without wasting any single time. In your own point of view, how will you describe a sustainable business?
In my view, before I actually go there,
yes,
I went to a business school before I actually started a lot of things that I'm doing.
Okay.
I went to MOOCs. I did Bachelor's of Commerce. I'm a graduate of that.
Okay, well done.
Thank you. So business is personal to me because our principal taught us a lot of things to do with business. So business is quite personal to me in that nature. So building a sustainable business means two things for me. One, building a business that is environmentally friendly, that is going to stay and conserve the environment at the same time. Then two, sustainably means its assets are able to fund in the operations of the business at the same time. So sustainability comes from both conserving and promoting the profit perspective of it. That is what it means to me.
Yeah, that is how she has understood the business, the sustainable business. That is in a point of view that's from Marvin. And of course, I love calling her mom. Pretty Peace is about to ask me a question. Why am I okay?
You want to keep it going. So to sustain it means it's not only sustaining the business itself. It's supposed to work on very many things, improve on your family and health and so on. So that's why we keep it there.
Okay. Right, our dear reviewers, that is all about, of course, having a sustainable business. And of course, I should say, most of you out there, you are business minded. You know what it means when it comes to a sustainable business, and you know what it means when someone brings out a sustainable. It's a little bit complicated. It's a little bit hard to do it, and of course, it needs a great mind. Like our dear guest Marvin did say earlier, that she had to study to make sure that she has that mind to do a sustainable business, or is to have a clue on how a sustainable business will run. And someone out there is also green how to handle, or is what could be a sustainable business. But I think you already have a little bit of I should say knowledge about what we are discussing right in the studios of Westnile television, and that is that. And in case of anything like this rule that you will be dropping in your comments in our YouTube a sustainable business amid so many gender issues today. Like when you talk about gender, you know what it means. Yes, sure. I think I'll have to roll that to you to help us to answer that question, how a young woman will navigate in the paths of building a sustainable business amid this, the issues of gender today.
You see, when it comes to gender, it is very sensitive. That one we don't joke with.
Never.
And these things of gender insensitive, it's still there in our villages. They have not given up on that, undermining women and so on. So when it comes to sustainable business, when you're starting up a business, please try and consider gender sensitive. Consider the men and the women. They should be involved when you're thinking of doing something sustainable. Yeah.
Okay.
Then 2, you also need to think of flexibility.
Okay.
How flexible are you going to be in this business? Is it going to look at other people's level? Is it going to only think of you and your level? Or you'll bring it to the junior and the seniors? So those are the things you should think of when you are starting up some sustainable business.
I get it. When we talk about gender inequalities, we really, sometimes people do so much undermine women. Let's roll this out to you there. There's so much undermine women. One, a woman will never run a sustainable business or a successful business. That is what they have at the back of their mind. How about a woman who come up with an idea? She's her boss. She creates this business. She's running it so successful. What will our fellow men think about it?
You're undermining.
I'm telling you. But anyways, I love some men are so supportive of light. They really do so much support their women, or maybe the partners, and give them that very particular mind. A real man that grows you is a man that loves you business wise. I should say. Anyway, back to my dear Marvin. I think the question has to go back to you. How you can women navigate the parts of building that is a sustainable business and amid so many gender issues today. I think with your own point of view, you can as well give us that.
Yeah, thank you. The world of today has given us platforms, I would say a little bit equally.
Okay.
Yeah, women go to school, men go to school.
Definitely.
Women access certain platforms, men do the same. So the world of today has actually improved on the gender stereotypes we used to have.
Yes.
So I would say, but there are still those few loopholes where there are certain societies that will say women cannot do this, women cannot do that.
Yeah.
Yes. There are many examples, especially in the Northwest and stuff like that. So I think as a woman, you should know your abilities. There are honestly certain things we can do and there are certain things we cannot do. Just like any other thing, so is business. Business honestly needs a very tough skin, I would say.
I know, right?
You would wake up and go to your store, like now in my shop, it's called Souls. So I go to Souls and stay and I don't see a customer the entire day. I've advertised on my platforms, I've reached out to people and and you can't just sit there. We are mostly emotionally fragile. So you can't just sit there and be fine. But I think amidst all that was just by the way. But amidst all this, I think since we have the same platforms, just like the men, there is a lot that we can do, and there is a lot that these men can also help us to do. We don't only have to empower the women; we have to push the men to empower these women too, because we are coexisting in the society. So there are certain things, as a woman, you need to realize that this is my ability, I can do this. Self-actualization comes from self-belief and knowing what you can actually do. So a sustainable business will only be built if you know what you can do best. Just like Pretty Peace, she's good at the hair things and all that. You bring her a style and she knows what she's doing. Definitely she's going to be happy doing what she's doing. And I don't think gender issues are really a very big problem.
Definitely no.
Realization and what you can do best as a woman.
Yes. That's absolutely amazing. And you did talk about loopholes. How possible can we fix those loopholes? Is there guidance that we need maybe from other opponents, or it's us the women to fix in these loopholes? That's one thing I wanted to understand when it comes to those loopholes.
You see, we women have one big problem. You will find it difficult for a woman to support another woman. It is quite difficult. I think that is the only angle that we are going to see and use it to better ourselves as women, because from personal experience, if a man loves you, they are going to push you forward to anywhere you want. But even if a lady is your friend, there are those conflicting interests that she's going to maybe feel insecure about. It's like envying you. Yes.
Why would they envy you for crashing, because they're doing okay? Anyways, Pretty Peace, she did talk about that is someone feeling jealous of the business you do. So how would you advise such a person? Because you definitely know that Lady Beats is jealous because of what Peace is doing. And will you still continue to befriend me, or you'll have to say, no, Beats, please. Let's call it a quit.
Beats, to tell you the truth, when it comes to women and their envy, their jealousy thing, it's always obvious. They can be friends with you. At the end of the day, I'm seeing you doing well and become an enemy. Just from nowhere, I'll start creating that enmity for you.
I know.
Like you even wonder, is it really God who created us together? Or we created separated ourselves. So if you as a person, you realize it and you feel like, no, this is not doing for me, then why should you continue in the same company? Let it go. There are better friends, there are better sisters, you'll get ahead. And you know, when you have a business mind, as just she said, when you have a business mind, you need to also concentrate with the people who can give you that idea, the productive idea. They give you that mind that, okay, you can still push on. Not these ones who will always tell you, no, today you didn't even have a single customer. Like she said, she would even stay the whole day without any. It's true, even me.
That is business. And of course, the whole thing goes with patience and endurance.
We keep pushing.
I know.
So, you see, like, when such things happen, come on, don't relax, don't listen to the other one who is thinking it is the end of you. No, it is not.
Sure. Anyways, having a colleague is one thing that is very common amidst friends, but not only women, but I think women are kind of up there. They really chop it up. But I think at one point, if they could come and then you pull my hand, the other one pulls Marvin's hand, we move together in this very particular business perspective, it will be very okay. Because engaging a youth or a woman in a sustainable business, trust me, it's something very hard to do. Very, very hard to do. And then all you need to do is commitment and that heart that you give out to someone to say, yes, I can do this. But sometimes you want to do it when you're not creative. Sometimes you want to do it when you're not ready to do it. You'll have to be pushed in by pressure because your idea want to do something. But hey, if someone is really interested in engaging you in a sustainable business, I think there's nothing you need to give. Nothing, but absolutely you have to commit yourself in such a business. Yes, our dear viewers, in the quite few seconds, of course, we'll be going for a break. Keep it locked on Westnile Television. We'll be right back with the program. And of course, that is Real Talk with a discussion that is engaging youth and women in sustainable business. Keep it right here. Do not move an inch from your FT.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Mercula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon Channel for Best Children Entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Mercula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Yes, you're most welcome back. Still the program Real Talk on Westnile Television. We did say that we'll be back with quite a number of that is questions and answers and of course interactions right there. Here we are, and if you've just tuned in, you of course are watching that is Westnile Television with the program Real Talk. And in our discussion here, we are talking about engaging youth and women in a sustainable business. We did discuss quite a number of things, and of course hope you are still really, we have not left you behind. We have to hold your hand together and we move to see how the whole thing is going to be happening. It's all about women and of course youth. When we talk about youth, we are talking about the different gender right there. Talk about guys, talk about ladies, we're talking about women themselves, and of course someone will be asking a question, which why have you left out men? They are part of this discussion, I should say. And with me I have my guest in the studios, that is Pretty Peace, Ballo, and then we have Marvin. She has the other name a little bit international.
No, it's not.
But we'll just have to go with it like that. I chose calling her Marvin. Yes, she's right here with me in the studios with the Pretty Peace. And of course, we are getting a set to another set of question. That is nothing but in regard to a business. As a young female graduate, what can you do differently amidst the skyrocketing unemployment level in that is within the region? I should say, basically, I think I need to roll this to Marvin to give us a clue, because you know you had talked of you going to school, having this idea of business. Sometimes you come back, you sit for 3 years. There's nothing coming on board. You ask yourself, what's happening? Until you have to go to relatives, or maybe you hustle because you believe in hustling. So maybe yes. What's your say about this?
You see, we graduated in Feb this year.
Okay. Just
you know that
recently.
excitement, yes. You know that excitement that comes with, now I have a degree, you know. I have a degree.
Because someone was telling me when you're still going to school, it's easy. They'll be like, you go, you're going to rest in future. Where they're sending you is hell.
I know. So we were so excited, I would say. We were happy. Yes, it was worth it.
Okay.
Because, you know, some of us did courses with an extra year added from COVID. So you can imagine how.
If your course is supposed to be 2 years, you're doing it 4 years. Because the 2 years are bonus for COVID-19.
Yes. So we studied, we graduated with high hopes, of course, of coming out here and getting something, because we did very good courses, you know. At MOBS, BCom was time to be for the cream de la cream. So when you're in BCom class, there's a way you would really feel good about yourself and about it. But then, hey, here comes reality, and you come out and there are jobs, or there are no jobs, or there are jobs, you get them, and you know it is a tough work environment for most females, where your counterparts are trying to take advantage of you. Like where a male person is offering you a job because they expect something from you, and then the whole thing gets compromised and stressful, you know. So you come out and you're faced with all these roller coaster of challenges. you wonder whether you studied this degree for free and you're paying for it in the field.
Yeah, because there's a saying nothing comes free.
Yeah, but at least we read the books.
Yeah.
That was price and
And of
not
course, the money was paid.
Yeah, so I will be making so much reference to my principal because he inspired us a lot. Professor Balunya. He would tell us if you're in a business school and you do not have a business, then he doesn't know what you're really doing here. So at school, how much little it was, you would find a lot of people selling clothes, making bracelets, selling hair, selling shoes. Personally, I used to make bonnets. That is where the whole solo clothing store idea came from. I used to make bonnets. I used to make hair bands. I used to sell hair accessories for ladies at school. I made them personally because I know a few things about them, and I would sell. Sometimes I wouldn't even disturb my mom at home that, hey, there's no money, So I would really get some upkeep of that, and it was helpful only that I didn't know that it was a good foundation for me to learn more business practically apart from what we learned from class. So back to the question.
Yes.
How is it like for a female graduate?
True.
Yeah. So I think however little it is, we all can start something and do something if you cannot find formal employment. I believe there is that little thing that you're passionate about that you can actually do. So I would just think everyone should reason within themselves and find something to do. You never know. Employment found me somewhere else. I wasn't looking for it. So I think when you get yourself engaged, people notice. People notice what you're good at. People notice what you can do. Don't be so extremely stressed because things are not working. If this can attest to this, I think the most successful businesses start extremely small. Like you can't just get free money and put it and expect things to work because you will not feel so obliged to make it work. It will work when you start with something small and then you grow it. Yeah. Sustaining it comes with how you plow back the profits, grow it, plow back,
Yeah, I think it's necessary, like how you started your business. I would love to know how much did you put in to start this very particular business, because sometimes someone should be asking, you're talking of starting up a business and first thing first, they're thinking about the capital. How am I going to get this capital to run this business? You get it? Because when you talk about business, someone is already thinking about huge amount of money. For instance, Peace is doing a salon. In Peace's salon, Peace needs a lot of things. We're talking about a dryer. We're talking about that is the weaves. We're talking about she knows the best because I'm not a salonist. She knows what she has to get in her business area to get what can attract customers. Is how easy will you find such? Maybe what needs to be done to make sure that you stick to your plan.
You left a smile. It's not easy, I'm telling you.
I know.
It's not easy. Initially, I didn't actually start doing business. I don't know anything about business. By then, some years back. But when, just like Mo say, when something keeps telling you, you can do this, you can do this. That's how I got motivated after lockdown. I even told my mother, instead of taking me back to school, why can't you let me just do something? She refused. She was like, stop wasting my time. You're not the one paying your tuition. I said, okay. But from my heart, I'm like, no, please, you can do this. So I'm telling you that business you're seeing right now, I started it with 3 million.
3 million.
3 million in a way that if you enter, I had only 3 chairs, a counter, and then you could even count the weaves, and I'm like, this really, something keep telling me, no, you can't make it. I know, I need to push harder. I'm telling you more bits right now. I can count my 20 million clean money without even saying, hey, it's a credit. No, it's my cash.
Interesting.
So it's just the way you just, it's something within you. You keep feeling, I can do it. It's just empowering you. You can manage this, you can do this. So for us to do that, you don't just have to put a business and you let it be there.
True.
You need to create a warm environment for the customers. Because you can put the business there, fine. But if you're rude to the customers, who will come? Nobody. They also need to see some good things. So right now, like in Black Girl, we have a lot. So that a lot is what brings the customers. We are not only doing the weaves and the saloon, we are selling the sandals. Just these things keeps coming. You see, like you start with the way you started with the hair bonnet at school. Then later on, you came like, okay, let me come and do this home. So I started with the saloon itself, then like a small weave. Right now, I'm like, okay, this person will come, I work on. Of course, this person will keep looking around. What can this person buy? A lipstick? Or a shoe? Or any? By the day, you realize you have all those things. So it's just something that you just keep thinking of.
I get it.
Yeah.
Right, we are still live on Westnile television with a program that is the Real Talk, and with our discussion that is engaging youth and women in a sustainable business. You can as well follow us on YouTube channel, and away from that, we're also live on our Facebook page. It's all about Westnile, and it's all about that is sustainable business. Your questions, Lady Bits, it's actually that is only 16 minutes to the top of the hour, and away from that, we'll be having a quite number of engagements. In case you drop in your comment, or else you have a question outside there for us as a viewer, please don't hesitate to drop it in. We'll be in position to answer your question. Either I or my two guests will be giving you that very particular answer as you deserve. It's all about youth, and it's all about women doing or engaging themselves in a sustainable business. I want to talk about sustainable business like we did give you how you have to bring in all your mind to do this very particular business. There are people out there who started their business with 50 ceilings, others started with 100k, others even started with less than that, 5,000. Talk about it. And there's people who are out there, but they're doing, they're successful in their business. They're already enjoying every little bit of life that they deserve out of this. you're looking at the type of people you're going to do this business with. Someone wants to plait a hair worth 45,000, but the money she has is not enough. It's 15,000, but the braids, the things that I'm using to work on this passion is more than that money. Are you getting it? So we're also looking at the targeted people in a particular area. So which business suits this community? Which business suits the other community is what we are looking at. Because I cannot go with all my things, with my sandals of 25,000, and I go to the village, I have 5,000. How about the transport that took me to the village? How about the capital itself? How about the profit itself? You get the point? So you are still elaborating about doing a business. Maybe someone coming up with an idea where you can put it particularly.
You see,
Yes.
When it comes to business, we should not look at the famous business in town. There are very many business you can do with the little you have. Okay. By the way, a business can even start at as simple as 5,000. That is how much you can start up a business. I'm giving a very simple example of my cousin brother in the village. This boy had to go and look for this small sticks, come and put them together and started a business. Right now, the boy is doing better. He started this business with 2,000 shillings.
Which sticks was his?
These small sticks we use for beating our small children at home. He put them together like...
Was selling it as firewood?
No, not selling them.
Like a store.
Like a store. Yes.
Okay.
For putting those things. He started with sweets. This
chewing gums.
These are the ones they use for chewing our things. So he started with that because he was targeting his group. His group was that group that chews that. Yeah. So at the end of the day, from 1 packet, 2 packets, like that, he had a target that, okay, if I put this next to these people who does this, they're definitely going to give me money. And that is how he got his targeted groups. So we should not think of only these ones in town where you want to start a salon, you want to start a hotel. In the village there, you can start anything. Even with your farm produce, you can start up something.
Okay.
Where at the end of the day, you will realize even these ones in town, they're going to you. Go and collect.
I think this has motivated me. Tomorrow I'll have to shift, to relocate. I'll have to relocate to the village. I think this time around I can do charcoal business, much as it's not, it's don't say things are there. You actually do not want it. I'm going to be doing chopping off these trees, but I'm not planting them back. So they will arrest me, not take me bananas. No. Anyways, we're still with the program that is Real Talk in Westnile, the television, and the topic is about engaging youths and women in sustainable business. I want us to look at these ladies. The quite number of friends that we have in town, most of them are not doing anything. Let's be so frank about this, because today they're saying Bits is selling something in the market, and of course I'm an entrepreneur. Everyone knows that. Bits is selling something in the market. Tomorrow Bits is dressed smart on TV. They'll be like, how is she doing it? You get it? Someone will be like, no, I'll never do what Bits is doing. I cannot do what Lady Bits is doing. But sit down, look at the root of the whole thing. Where you come from, where you are going. So most times I look at myself actually as an example to my fellow ladies, because I'm like, no. What you're talking about, I cannot do this. Instead, I'm doing that. I think Pretty Peace knows that much better, and I'm one principal person when it comes to business. And away from that, looking at these ladies who are out there, okay, they learned they could do something, but they do not want to do that thing. Before actually advising someone deep down in the village how you can bring up such a person to a business, I think in a couple of minutes time I want us to look at these ladies in town. How should we advise these ladies to come in to do business, like how some of us are doing, how other ladies are doing outside DMV?
I think I would first give an example of myself.
Okay.
you can find me on weekdays from maybe 8 to 4 to 5, smartly dressed in office. Then from 5 to around 8 p.m., you find me in my shop or going to take things to my client in a very lousy way. I would term it.
I get it.
My friend and I have a little poultry farm. You'll find us going to look for feeds, going to look for our clients in villages, and our heads are
all carrying rubbish.
Yeah,
we actually carrying money.
Yeah, so I think what is with us ladies is we do not want people to see us maybe in a certain manner. I think if as ladies we fight that problem, I would be in the evening, or these ladies out there would be in the evening out smartly dressed. During the day they are selling their fruits, they are selling stuff. It would be normal. But I think it's all about normalizing that money is money, business is business.
True.
If you don't make it, you're going to suffer in your smartness.
And you'll not achieve it.
Yeah, so I think we just need to preach more, advocate more that every business is good enough to be done, provided it's ethical enough.
Okay.
I can sit and sell my fruits, even online. Like, I can start a business online.
Social media is right there for you.
Really. So I don't see why someone would be ashamed of being in a certain business space and stuff like that. I remember you asking a question about someone is also going to say, now you're talking about this, how do you expect me to get money to start it up? I know about something called drop shipping. Okay. Like, I know of a person who is doing business right now with no money at all. Hers is a pre-order kind of business model. Like, she sells jewelry. Like, you want a jewelry, she posts them, and you want customized. She orders for them. You deposit. It's what she uses to order. Okay. Then she brings it to you. You finish, and what you finish with is profit. Really, like, it is just drop shipping, and there is no money involved. I want girls to really think outside the box. It's one thing going to school. It's one thing having talent. It's like, you shouldn't be limited by what you see, like what they say, maybe first go to school, first do this, There are a lot of things in business you can do even without a penny.
True.
Yeah.
Because looking at this very particular business, I think Pretty Peace, I don't know if you have those other friends who will just wish to do a business, or else they are not doing business, but you see future in them. They could do something. What word do you have for such a person, such a friend? I used to say, maybe just assume that friend is Bates.
Bates, we have a lot of them in this town.
Okay.
And sometimes when you even see them, you feel like this one will do something like what she's doing right now. But then when you sit with this, giving a simple example, I will not mention her name. I sat her down.
Okay.
I sat her down, I talked to her, I asked her, what do you really want in life? Because I see the potential in you. You can do something. What do you want? What can we do, me and you?
That was it.
She told me,
a very brilliant question.
She told me she's okay where she is. I told her, you're not okay. It is your mindset that is telling you you're okay, but you're not okay. She told me I should leave her alone. I said, okay. I didn't leave her. I kept disturbing her until she came to me. She was like, okay, what can we do?
I think she now went back and talked about the whole thing.
I told her, okay. Bits, I told her, you go, just be in your room alone. Think of, where will this life take you? She told me I sat like for 2 days alone. I thought of these things and I feel like I'm just wasting my time. Waking up in the morning, all you do is pick your phone and look for contact. Which one should I call for?
For some urgent 5K, for some data.
Really? Is that how you're created, or is that how your parents brought you up?
I know.
So she came back to me telling me, okay, what can I do? I said, no, don't ask me. I should ask you, what can you do? She told me, you know what? And if I go back to the village, I'm telling you right now, this girl is great.
Wow.
She has a produce of her own. She's doing good. Like, most times I go to the, because she's my friend, most times I go home, go and check on her. And we sit like, you know, someone offering you when you actually the one who used to offer.
The person has really benefited from your words.
The friends who are in town are even following her.
You see? There's already benefit.
So it's kind of like something that they really want to force themselves to do when in a real sense they know they're not supposed to do it. It's kind of hurting, you know, like me
living a peaceful life.
I feel now in the near future how will my children grow and see this. So if you start talking to them maybe now, they'll try and change their mind. It is all about our mindset. The way you set your mind to something. If I'd set my mind that, okay, I'm going to be in Arua and I will do nothing, but I will have money from men. And it will happen. Or a man from woman, it will happen.
It's a target that you have set.
Because you have set it as a target in your life, you're going to get money from me. And forever,
I'm telling you, it's never easy by this, because sometimes our mindset is very hard to polish it. Because the moment I put at the back of my mind that me, I am not going to do it, it's a dirty work. I'm not going to do it, regardless of how you post me. But I love this very particular lady of yours who was in position to come to you guys, sat, said, okay, you gave her another chance. First go home, think. And I love sitting alone in my room. Most times after work, I'm alone in my room. Sometimes I feel I'm running mad, sometimes.
You know, one time a friend told me, no, Priska, when I'm alone in my room, sometimes when I start talking, I feel like I should just remove my clothes all and remain naked. And then I talk alone as if I'm facing God like this.
Everything on you looks so heavy.
So sometimes we go through a lot of challenges, but of course, when you like, okay, I'm going to face this and I must do it, you will do it. Yeah.
Anyways, that is that. And of course, our dear, lovely ladies out there, I just want to assure you that there's anything that you can do outside there. Don't say that there's nothing you can do. There are a lot of things. If you feel you alone cannot do it, you have friends. What are friends for? Lean on them. Lean against them. Move on with your business. Do what best you can do. If you feel you need to talk to Lady Bits, look for where Lady Bits is. I am a very simple person. Pretty Bits is a very simple person. I talk more or less over. That is Marvin. She will give you that idea you deserve. If you feel we're not the ones, look for someone else and go and talk to this person. In a couple of minutes time, we will be right back and still keep it locked on Westnile television with the topic engaging youth and women in a sustainable business. And this is still Westnile television with the program The Real Talk.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Makula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
You must welcome back still with the program The Real Talk live on Westnile television with me, Lady Beats. It's 3 minutes past, that is 9 p.m. and we're actually in the last session of our discussion, which is engaging youth and women in a sustainable business. I want to show you that the whole thing is quite interesting. It's really so massive. I'm loving every bit of it. And as a viewer out there, if you're catching it live with us, you drop in your questions or your comment regarding to the discussion we are having in the studios of Westnile television. And I'm in here with a pretty piece Abalo. I normally call her pretty piece, but she's called Priska Abalo. And then we have Marvin right in the studio. Some young, beautiful ladies giving you dear mind free of charge to give you all the things that you would love to learn about developing a sustainable business. Whether you have a capital, whether you don't have a capital, business is a business. I've really got a quite number of friends who have always told me that Beats, I did this from 5,000 that I had. I only had 2,000. Like my kid bro always tells me, if you people, I find it very, very hard in class, I'm going to start selling Kavera. That's always we have issues with him. Because I tell him the moment you step in that street with your Kavera, step that way and remain in town. Never reach home. But because he's already in primary 7, he's moving on well. And each time he finds difficulties, he comes back and tells me, no, big sis, things are A, B, C, D. Why I can fix, I fix it. He gets motivated. And a business mind, yeah, some people start developing it at a tender age. And there are these parents who bring in their kids in business. And at the same time, they'll be in school. I think that is one thing I want us to look into. Because if you find a kid during holidays in town, moving with, that is a bucket of sumbusa, a bucket of manazi, a lot of things in street selling. If you ask this kid, are you in school? The answer is yes or no. If definitely it's no, why? Because I do not have a school fees. I've seen most of the guys in town trying to help such kids in one way or the other. I could mention them, but they know themselves. I want to say kudos for that wonderful work you guys are doing. But zeroing it back to that is engaging youth and women in a sustainable business. I want us to interact and have a knowledge about this very particular one. The advice that you could give for a fellow young lady who would love to venture into business. You get the point? And there's this young lady there, she would love to get into a business, or is a young man who wants to get himself into a business, but he lacks idea, he lacks maybe the knowledge and the capital itself. I think we need to combine all those and we try to germinate something out of it. I would love to hear from Marvin. What kind of advice would you give to such a person?
As we really had said earlier on, I think we can start business really from anywhere. Yes, ideas we can get from anywhere. Someone just needs to believe that they can do it. Mindset, you can do it. And then the rest of the things you will find them falling in place. If you keep procrastinating, if you keep pushing things in front, as a young, ambitious female, you're not going to get started. The best thing to do is just visit. There's YouTube, there are different platforms, there's internet, there are a lot of things. You can go Google an idea and try. We all just start from trying, and failure doesn't mean you stop. If it doesn't work well, you try something. You keep trying until you land on something that you know you can do, you love to do it, and it's going to make business sense for you in terms of profits. Then you can do, just set your mind and start. There are a lot of ideas, especially here in Arua, really. We are neighboring very, very strategic countries, if someone can think about it. Now, a young lady can buy clothes and take them to a drum chapel, for example, and sell Congolese cross from as far as Ariwara, Dubai, I think, and come to those markets. And you see here you're making business out of our neighbors. So I think it's just about starting. It doesn't matter how little or when even there is nothing. You can act as a middleman, you can drop ship, you can try that business model where someone just pre-orders something and you get it for them and they finish and it's your profit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Let me hear your side of the story.
To add on hers, see, business, there's something in business that people should know. See, business with tolerance. You should really, you see the way I come always to you, she knows. I come in that friendship way, but you see, when you don't also, when you have that, you short-tempered person, sometimes you cannot handle business. And then business also doesn't need bad groups. We talked about that. People always want to put you back. And don't just sit back and think you're going to do the business. You don't get on social media. These days, it's actually social media selling us more. You get on social media, post whatever it is, get to your friends. And that is how business work in a way, especially. So, most times when you start up a business, don't just sit back and think you're going to enjoy the little money you have. It's not like that.
Right, that is what a pretty piece is saying concerning actually advising a young fellow lady out there who would love to do business, but sometimes you lack. They talked about a lot of things, talking about tolerance. Sometimes people are not so tolerative enough when it comes to business. Because you bring in a business, let's talk about something that you are doing wholeheartedly. And then a friend comes and tells you, say, first give me A, B, C, D. And your capital is just within the range. You get it? It's just within the range of that business you are doing. This person is going to take the whole of your capital away. Like a certain woman is selling cover in the market. She was telling me, see, people have already taken away my capital. I'm demanding the other one 1,000. So I asked her, is 1,000 the capital? She told
That's why some winners, like I told you, some business starts as low as 5,000, even 5,000. If she tells you 1,000 is our capital,
yeah. So I just laughed it off, but I came to realize that she was real. So
recently I was pitching an idea to a friend. So I was telling them how this business actually works.
Yes.
That's on each item you're going to get like 1K each.
1K, 500.
What is that? They expect like a difference of 10. No, assuming you sell 100 of those. That 1K turns into definitely 100K.
Yes.
And you may find these are things that people really demand. You can even sell 50 in a day, you can sell 30 as your base keeps growing. But when you tell someone the markup on a certain business is so small, they will definitely think it's not money and not looking at that.
Yeah, because you are glowing in an unexpected way. Someone really least expected that from you. Looking at the glow itself, be like, no, you're not getting at least 1,000 as a profit of your business. But something you should be getting something more than that. I don't expect you be dressed like this and you're telling me West is when someone needs your help. Okay, first give me some 5,000, this amount of money, I'll refund back. Dear, tell that person you don't have money. That is a very total disappointment on you and on that person. But you are being honest because you do not have it. A business comes with ups and downs. Sometimes you can go to your store, you stay for 3 solid days, no client comes in. You need to pay your rent if at all you're renting. You need to eat. You need to help the family. Your family is looking at you, but the business is not moving on the way they had expected it. Right, all the viewers, we are 12 minutes. That is past the hour of 9 p.m. It's all about engaging youth and women in sustainable business. Those of you who are watching us are from different parts of the country. Talking about South Sudan, we're talking about that is the Democratic Republic of Congo, within Uganda, Kampala, Gula, Germany, Moyo, wherever you're watching us from. I want to say thank you so much for keeping it glued to Westnile Television. And with the program, The Real Talk, of course, is a lady beast with my two guests in the building. We're talking about Pretty Beast and Marvin. They're right here to give you their idea about a sustainable business. And then you as a viewer outside there, what do you think about engaging youth and women in sustainable business is actually what we could as well be expecting from you. If at all you have the idea about it or something that you wish to share with us, we are in here to you for you to answer whatever question that you will be posing. That is of course for those of you who are watching us live on YouTube, channel is live on Facebook. We will be having one-on-one shortly. And of course I want to still get back to this discussion. We are advising the youth out there, or as the young ladies out there. I want to show you that business itself needs nothing. You just have to commit yourself. Yeah, you can do it. And don't think that a business is a very dirty job. Regardless of the choice of business that you will wish to do, because there are some, yes, you go to the field, you come back when you're very dirty. You go for 2-3 days, and the last minute you'll be like, I'm not doing this again. I need a white collar job. How many outside there are sitting at home? They are graduates. They are staying home without nothing. Most of them have resorted into business. Marvin is one of them. She decided to resort herself always and to start a business simply because if it's white collar jobs, she didn't say that job had to look for her, but she was not important to go and hunt people's office, knock here and there, simply because of the idea that she had at the back of the mind. One more time, let's look at that is what you think of a young woman partnership in regard to build that is a perpetual business in maybe with wealth. And of course, before actually we answer this question, I would love to roll it back to the men. How can they support us, the women, in building up or is engaging also in a sustainable business?
To fast forward, to start from men being supportive to women, I know the number of men who are actually who try to incorporate their women into what they do, and then try to maybe make them manage their finances, make them start something that they can monitor. I think we, as women, we are created with the ability to foster things to move. Like someone tells you this is this, then you're here and to tell them we can do this.
Sure.
This is how we can run. We just need that backbone or somewhere to lean on because of our emotional natures.
We don't need much, but we just need somewhere to lean on. You know, man, you know what? Their work is actually very simple. Just to be there, we lean on you. It doesn't mean that you're going to come and sit at our business premises and we'll be leaning on you there as we do our business. But give us the support as our men. Give us the support as a very good Samaritan. As a very, upright man, you shouldn't only support someone who is so dear to you. You can support relatives, you can support a friend, being, someone so close to you. That is, of course, what we're talking about here. We need that support more than anything else as women, because apparently they have a feeling that, women are trying to overtake, they're trying to overpower. So why must we give them the support? At the end of the day, I'm going to appear like...
Personally, I'm not in support of this form of feminism that everyone is subscribing to. Surprisingly, most people who are into feminism, maybe they're not all, but maybe single moms, people who have been heartbroken, so they are there to unleash their anger that men are not good to show
men that they are better.
That men are not good people.
They'll come up with a slogan that fear men.
Fear men. I think that is not the way feminism should be defined. We need to redefine it that we can do certain things with the help of these men, because it's by nature that men are superiors to the ladies, and we are somehow their responsibility, you get. So I don't think being superior means we are so subordinate that they mistreat us in that manner. So I think feminism should be redefined. We can thrive in our power, we can step into our power as women, things we can do better, and then,
we should actually step on it and keep it aside, just in a way that we forget about it. Let's just act that it's not completely there. Our men are good people. They're supportive and they're giving that shoulder for us to lean on when it comes to business perspective. Kudos to the men who are doing so. And if you're not doing so, you're watching three beautiful ladies right there. They are telling you to start supporting, and that is the women in building, and that is their business, or is how you can engage in your woman to do a very sustainable business. And this business is not going to help your woman alone. It's going to help you too as the man. It's going to help the family. It's going to help the community. It's going to help actual entire country. There's so many women who have successfully made it in business. That is now where men actually perceive us wrong. Now, so-and-so has money. She's controlling me already. She is not going to give me the attention that I deserve because she has it, what it takes. So, men, please, we are not into that. We urge you to support us, okay? Give us that soldier to lean on, and accept whatever that we give in the family, because you are the head, we are just your neck to support the head. And if that's not the case, trust me, things are not going to work out that way. And I don't know if you have a word for the men themselves on how they should support us, the women, when it comes to building up a sustainable business.
Yeah, yes. This goes to the men who think when us ladies, we have some kind of money, they think we look at them like inferior. But that is not the case. We need them as well. You see, sometimes they give you advice like you have never even had before. You're like, oh, damn, I've been in this for long and I've never had this. What happened?
Instead of encouraging you, they're discouraging you.
Yes. And then, these men should also think like, we're also human. Women are very sensitive when it comes to emotions. And we need them on our side. I agree with Momo. It is not about fighting things. And people should stop thinking it's all about women, it's all about men, that gender equality. We are like one. So if God said a woman is inferior, then the man is superior, it doesn't mean you should take it all through, you should just treat it that way. No. Where we are right now in this generation, I think some men right now think like women are better than other men. They say you educate a single woman, you are educating the woman. But educate a man, what are you educating? So it's not just only us women or the men alone. We think of them too. Okay. Believe me, right now a woman would say, I can do without a man. My dear,
a day will come you need this man. Please, women, let's withdraw that statement. We really need to apologize.
Sometimes when someone tells me I can do without a man, I say, okay, fine, I will keep quiet and chill. I wish you know what is there.
Things are okay.
I wish you know what is there. You can do without a man, but do you know what that man can do?
Oh my God, quite interesting right here in the studios of Westnile Television. Our dear viewers, the whole thing is really so awesome. 21 minutes past that is 9 p.m. Where the program still Real Talk, and it's all about engaging women and youth in sustainable business. I want us to maybe have a clue on this very particular question. What is that very particular business a woman or a youth can do without it being collapsed? As in, like, this business is not going to collapse. It is a sure deal. If I give this business to Pretty Peace, this is a sure deal. It's not going to collapse. I think we need to categorize some of these businesses. Apparently, let's talk about salon. Like there's this someone who has idea, knowledge about, of course, finance, how to maybe handle someone when it comes to plating and so forth. I think you need to give us a clue on this very particular person. Like I'm bringing you someone. This is someone who has idea about salon, but she doesn't have the capital. She doesn't have anything to start up this business with. So what are you going to do to this very particular lady that I've brought to you? Or is that change one? Because I'm seeing some Gen 7 a salonist, they are doing it. So how will you handle such a person?
It's easy, it's not easy. And you see when it comes to salon, when someone comes with such, I don't have capital.
Okay.
But I know how to do it. Then why can't you welcome the person? You who has the capital and you have all that it takes for that person to get his own maybe capital to also in future to start up something.
Yes, I think welcoming this very particular person that is already
creates a job,
a language of business.
Yes.
Because it needs nothing but just smiling face.
And a warm welcome.
A very warm one. Because if I am going to come to your shop, you know how I always come there. And there's no single minute you have never welcomed me. It's like I don't even put much interest, but I just come in. Sometimes I budge in because this is something that's so open. It's however much it's your office, I'm not going to knock, but I'll just come there. You see Bits is right here. I say, hey Bits, you're most welcome. The next is a smile and thank you. But sometimes you employ someone in your business premises. Trust me, this very particular person is going to make this sustainable business you have put to collapse. I don't know if you will attest to this. Because severally, there are people, yes, they're doing their business amicably, they're doing it very, very well, perfectly well. It will reach a minute, you come back after 2 to 3 months, you realize that this business is not more. Why? It's because of the people you're employing to do this business. Have you sure whoever you are bringing, nurture him or her very, very keenly to make sure that your business stands still and you move on, because this is something you're put on with zero interest, with love and passion, to make sure that this business does not collapse. So why must you have to bring in Bits who does not have customer language? A customer comes, I'm secret. I don't even want to say welcome. I don't want to smile as if you get your anger from home, from your partner. Maybe yesterday he refused to give you money for food. Yeah, sometimes challenges are part of us. If you cannot make it, he will have to make it. If he cannot make, sometimes both hands will have to be tight. Things will be very hard. So do not bring such attitudes in your boss's business premises or in your personal business premises. You know, sometimes I'll have to give example with myself. I'm someone who gets angry easily. So if I feel the anger I have will affect my business, I choose to stay home. Then I'll call my kid, bro, hey, help me, go to the market, manage the things as I've been doing. I'll be joining you later. Why? I'm not feeling fine. Because of the anger that maybe I got from my partner, maybe I got from my neighbors, maybe it's my kids that have made me angry, maybe friends and so forth. So I'm transferring this in business. Trust me, it's going to lead to the downfall of this very particular business. Yes, I don't know if you have employees that are those are working with you, and as an employee, how do you manage them? Or you do things as it's a sole proprietor's business, you know? A sole business works better when you are all stable, but sometimes you're taken up. You need to partner or maybe bring in people to work for you. So I don't know how you're handling it or how you're managing it in your business premises.
See, it's by default that giving your business to be under someone's watch, like it's very difficult. Yeah, it is quite difficult. It needs you to have a certain mechanism to maneuver through it. Now, like you may start something and something else takes you away, then you have to employ a salesperson. Just like I have a sales lady that sits at my clothing store. But I made it mandatory for me to be back to the shop every day, every evening after work. I am there, trying to reconcile what she did and what she did rightly or wrongly, and tell her how I need this to run. Like, this is something that we are going to both benefit. I make her understand that it is not me benefiting alone, that we are going to both benefit from this. And one other thing that I think every business owner should learn is to treat their employees well. Besides the boundaries they have as an employer and an employee, you should make your employee feel valued. That way, trust me, they are going to manage, or they are going to do your business on your behalf very well. Yeah, so I think it's about close management and giving your employees space, that they feel loved, they feel valued, they feel what they are offering is being appreciated.
That is it.
Yeah.
And of course, sometimes, bosses handle their workers the way they wish, because you're not seeing the value of this person, but let this person exit, you're going to know that so-and-so has been very helpful to me in my business premises. And the people, because one, they do not trust the workers, they'll have to send them away. You come to realize that your shop is closed. Your shop is closed for days. How many customers have you lost in these days because you're not around? You get the point. So no one is there to manage your business. No one is there to cater for you. And then there are these ones that you have left business in their hands. They are doing it wholeheartedly. In the last minute, you get the shop is empty. This person has already run away with your capital. Did you know where this person is? Did you know do you know how you're going to get him or her? Such things are really very hard when it comes to business perspective. Dear viewers, we are all going for a very short break. All I need to tell you is that when we are going to return, that will be the last minute of this very particular program. Talk about engaging youth and women in a sustainable business. And it is Real Talk with me, Lady Blitz, and my guest in the studios of Westnile Television. And what you best need to know is that when you are bringing up a business, or you're trying to engage youths or women in a sustainable business, if at all it's not you as an individual doing it, make sure that the person you are going to give this or bringing in for a business should be someone who is learned and someone who is going to manage this business social wholeheartedly. Keep it glued. Do not move an inch from your television. This is still Westnile Television. We are going in for a short break. Good.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon channel for best children entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Mercula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
Get more for less on Star Times this Easter season. Cartoon Channel for Best Children Entertainment. New global series. Local drama on Mercula TV and football all around the world. Simply make weekly or monthly subscription and enjoy upgrade to the next bouquet. For classic or super bouquet customers, subscribe for a month and enjoy 5 days extra. Family time with Star Times. Star Times is regulated by UCC.
Westnile TV, lighting up the region.
You are most welcome for the program that is Real Talk. Actually, most welcome back, and that is from the break. We are only, that is 26 minutes away to close this very particular discussion. Talking about engaging youth and women in a sustainable business. That is actually what we are discussing. You can catch us live on YouTube and our Facebook pages as well, running it live right there. And for those of you who are watching us live on TV, you are watching us on Star Times. That is, of course, channel 477. That's where you can catch us live. And with the program, The Real Talk, your host is Lady Beats. With my guest, we're talking about Marvin and Pretty Peace. Yes, the topic still stands, and it is engaging youth and women in sustainable business. I am looking at a very good sustainable business being, somewhere already being managed, and everything is moving on well. You as an individual, or as the brain behind this business, you end up spoiling your business by bringing in friends to come and gather around your working premises, engaging some awkward discussions, and making sure that at least a customer that comes there will have to be discussed. This is very, very common in other businesses. If I say it's a salon, Pretty Peace will be like, bitch, you're getting into
No,
it.
you're not lying. You're not lying.
So, thank you so much for accepting the truth and grant. So, how can you avoid such discussions in the premises of the business?
It's usually, sometimes, I'm going to give an example of my salon.
Okay.
We don't like discussing every human being that pass for customers. But you see, sometimes we have customers who are very stubborn.
Yeah.
They'll come because they know you, they know the other friend of yours, they know the other one. They want to bring up the topic. And you see the girls I have in my salon, they are young, vibrant, and they want to hear those news. Of course, they don't want the news to pass. Hey, have you heard what happened yesterday? What? Hey, that is where it starts.
Breaking news is there.
So most times when I'm around, I will tell them, you guys, let's first mind our work. Then others will come later. And right now, I'm only remaining with the bishop, because others have gone to school, others have gone for, and this is not the season really for business, I can say. So I feel like her being alone there is okay. With the Morris, of course, around. Yeah. So those two are fine. Most times when I come around, I get them watching TV. No customers. If customers are there, they are one.
Yeah, to work.
No, not that much. But you see, saloon talk will always be there.
It's part of it. It's just part of saloon.
And of course, it helps. I remember someone who also posted about it, and I commented. I'm like, it helps. easy with the work. It goes faster with talking. You cannot sit with a customer and you're just there gloomy working. No way. We always talk something.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think basically, what if the discussion is business related?
Exactly. Sometimes it is business related.
Sometimes it
not
is people
most time
related.
talking about people. Yes, of course. Sometimes it is people related.
Yeah, it's really not worth it when you are running your business and your friends. Yeah, your friends. We're not saying your friends should not come at your business premises. They can come, but there are some who come for consultation. Like, hey, Marvin, how did you start up this business? You know, these are the kind of friends you love to encourage at your workplace. So you give them the tip on how you started it. There's this one who always comes to you with the breaking news. There's always breaking news. And of course, we have such friends. At some point, you'll be like, when this one is coming, there's nothing good here. You start running away for you're someone who doesn't like lugamborous gossip at your workplace, and you find it very hard to connect with this person. But if it is business minded, I really appreciate it so much when you come to me and you share for business idea, the little I have we share. Not that everything that I know you know, not that everything you know that I know. So whatever thing that I don't know, I'll definitely have to ask you, are you going to be selfish to give me the idea? That is it. So sometimes when we are for our talks at our friends' business places or your own personal business places, what you need to do is let's know the category of friends we are having in our business premises, because it's at one point good and then at one point it's really not worth it. Because if you are going to lose this I can lose a friend, but I'm not going to lose this business. I'm not going to lose this business. Yeah, sometimes that friend you're losing might get you 2-3 customers. What if he or she had got you 1 customer? Now he is going back or she's going back to this person. You see what? That one at our workplace. Actually, don't go there. I'm going to introduce you to another person. You see, sometimes that is another effect that equally kills our business that you have already developed wholeheartedly through sweat, and you make sure that you put all your efforts in this business. Someone is just going to kill it off within 1 microsecond. Yes.
Let's talk about a salon. If you bring for me a customer.
Yes. Yes.
You bring for me Marvin as a customer.
Yes, I think before you give us that submission, I am seeing a comment right there from our YouTube channel coming in from Ewamvaga. He's saying interesting discussion. The concept of the youth empowerment requires us to recognize the fact that business is that is multidimensional thing. A huge section of the population has moved away from agriculture. Quite interesting topic. Comment right there. That is the Wavaga. He's watching us live from South Sudan. I want to say thank you so much. And of course, agriculture is a sustainable thing, and we are still having enough to progress. Quite interesting. And I want to show you that I don't know if there are ladies who are so much into agriculture.
I just talked about trying poultry and
okay, yeah, sure you did.
Yeah, there are a lot of, I think people have moved actually away from the fact that agriculture used to be dirty, you know. Right now you can just, let me say, for example, rent a field in Algeria, you know, and plant and have someone in the field to overlook, and you just go and see. Time for harvest comes, you pick. There is a more smart way of doing everything these days. So I don't think yes, business is multi-dimensional really, but I don't think agriculture is so underlooked. Right now people are finding ways of engaging in it really.
Okay, yes. I have this one friend, this lady she's so much into family. All she needs is just time. She always tells me, you know what, in the next 2 to 3 years, I actually want to eat everything from the farm. She told me, I am going to take you to the farm. I said, what am I going to do? She told me, I want you to plant something. I said, are you for real? Yeah. I said, okay, you're a friend that I would love to stay around with. So when should we kick this out? She actually told me August. And I'm looking August so close, you get it? Very, very close. But I'm contented that this is going to work out. Very, very sure it's going to work out.
Bits, you see me right now, I'm eating most of my things from the garden. I see people buying maize. I eat maize from home.
Okay.
I eat ginners from home, greens from home. I don't buy.
Let's get a comment from Eloy Akebs. He is saying some nice topic. Thank you, host, for this discussion, plus your guests. Business is actually the most leading source of income for a region and individuals to develop themselves, which we practice it. Thanks. And of course, thanks Eloy Akebs. Thank you so very much. He is our birthday boy of tomorrow, few minutes away. A very strong Arsenal fan right there. We'll be having that discussion later. When it comes to Arsenal, there's already we end up discussing sports. Let's roll it back. Yes, you are giving us an idea.
So, garden is not a bad thing. You know, me sometimes the first thing I do in the morning, I wake up, I go to my garden.
Okay.
It's just home.
Just a home garden.
It's big enough.
Okay.
I wake up, I go to my garden, I dig 2-3, I go shower, I go to work. Who will know that I'm from the garden?
Nobody. Because they're going to come out
And
smart.
at the end of the day, right now, I'm enjoying my fridge. My kids are enjoying. So it's something. I think agriculture, people look at it in a very different way. Like they think it's supposed to be modern. Not you picking up or going to a garden. I have a daughter. She's my brother's daughter. She did agriculture. Right now, this girl can eat things from our garden. And I love her for that. She's the one who actually encouraged me. All this area, why are you leaving it? You know, you can do something here. Last year I ate sweet potatoes, I got tired. I started to sort out. At the end of the day, I had to sell like one sack. After distributing, and I realized it was getting spoiled in the garden, I sold one sack. And I got money. And that is that exact money that we are looking for. And it is that exact sweet potatoes that brought for me that money. Just imagine how it is just within.
I get it. I really do get it. But anyways, I think we ladies, we don't have to resort so much into agriculture now. I've already just get the confidence. I feel actually here after here, if it was a day, then I'll just go to the garden, buy a hoe, and well, I'm telling you this, we are hitting it down in the village. Rain will get us on the way. That's of course my idea. Rain will get us on the way.
Irrigation.
Exactly. Because these are the necessary things that we need to look into. And if encouraging, apparently looking at youth, I think some few of them are getting so much into, getting busy, but in other parts still we find difficulties in bringing the youth in business or is in agriculture, a bit of it, because you ask someone do this. I love this song of Let Jaffe. What you need to do is just has your parent given you this to eat? Is there clothes? You go out to play cards, you do this, you come back and ask if there's food. Where is this food coming from? You do not know. How the food reach on the table, you do not know. And they expect still this aged parents of yours to go out there and do business, always work, bringing things for you. There's you who is so energetic. You could do something to support your parents, but you're not doing it. So maybe they are willing to help because you have not asked. Sometimes it's us, the kids, if you do not go to your parents, hey, mom and dad, I have this idea. How can you support me? I have, okay, mom, since there's no capital, the other farm is lying idle. Why can't you get me a home? And I start doing something in it. We plant at the end of the season, we harvest, we go and sell. This is where you're going to get your capital from. Yes. Free of charge, no one is going to give you anything to do this. So that is actually what we ask from, that is the youth out there. If I told you, I ask you, so how can you do this? People still dig, they still plant things, they still eat out of it. There are people, there are women, there are ladies who are land title owners through a business. They are title owners through agriculture. There's me, there's you who still wants to sit and wait. and be calling, hey, is this some urgent 5K? I have A, B, C, D. You're asking urgent 5K from me, my own personal money. Where nani? So, so sometimes let's really be so realistic in doing other things. We're only 13 minutes away with this very particular discussion. It's all about real talk and happening Westnile television right here, and it's all about engaging youth and women in a sustainable business. And if you are looking at this very particular business, we talked about the effects, we talk about the importance of the business, we talk about how one can do it, we talk about how you can engage in someone, we talk about where to start this business particularly. I want us to look at the idea of a liquid soap. Like someone making a liquid soap, and the materials are all there, because a few months ago, even I think up to now, it's still running in refugee settlements, in other places. That is actually how some people end up learning and getting capital for themselves. Someone is making a liquid soap. Just a matter of going out to look for the market of this liquid soap is very hard. I think pretty please you can do a liquid soap. You can make it. Yes. So how about starting to make up this liquid soap? You get 1, 2, 3 people around you. You already have the idea. Maybe you could be lacking the materials. Or else you have some money there, but you need someone to go out there and get you materials to come and make this liquid soap. At the end of the day, you're going to make this money and put in your pocket, not knowing that it's you who is going to benefit in this. You get the point? So how can we reach with this idea to those ladies deep down in the village is one thing I wanted us to talk about.
To reach those ladies down in the village with the idea of the liquid soap, the first thing we should do is, we need to first of all go down to the village to them, make them understand what benefit does this bring to us.
Yeah.
And by the way, liquid soap is just not only about like mopping or using it for washing up cars and so on. This liquid soap helps us in very many ways. Instead of using soap, we can use liquid soap. Me, even most times I bathe with it. It's good for the skin. So going down to the village there, you need to train them. Because first of all, they don't have the idea yet. So for you to make them learn those, you need to train them. So the training will of course come with the cost. Are you going to make them pay, or you're just going to do it like volunteer? Or you have some partners who are going to support you in doing it. So because like me, I also learned from a friend. And they said when you have knowledge, please don't keep quiet on it and be with it alone. Make sure you share it. And that is how God can bless you. So we need to help them. I tried. I tried now my village, but because our women in the village, they have this mind just there. I tried with my cousins' wives in the village how to teach them to make this. Yes, when I was there, they were trying making it. When I came back, I tried asking, how far?
You came back with the idea.
I came back with the whole idea. I'm telling you. I'm like, how far? Are you people selling? We are too busy in the garden.
Hello.
So when you're coming, that's when we shall.
Yeah, sometimes you go with the idea full force. You pack the whole idea after, you also come back with it. But it's not worth it when someone really offers his or her time for you to give you that little knowledge. Why can't you give appreciation back? And talking of appreciation, just saying thank you is worth it, because I've already achieved the idea, you've got the knowledge. Just a matter of copying and pasting the other side, and what goes on, everything resumes normal. But there's you who has got a very free idea, you are not putting it into consideration. Who are you going to blame when the worst comes to worst? That is a question for you. But what you need to do is sometimes you really have to about down to do what best you can do. We have a comment right there from Gatno Franco Simon. He's saying both have really digested the topic so well. It's now back to the people to decide on what to do. Kudos to you, and of course that is Franco Simon indeed, and the ball has been officially rolled back to you as the viewer to take it upon yourself. If I'm going to put it into consideration, or I'm just going to sit here and wait. If you're going to cross your hands, cross your legs to sit and wait, we don't know for how long, you don't know after how long blessing will locate you. Even God himself says, knock, it shall be opened. Ask and shall be given. So if you're not going to ask for it, it's not going to be given to you. Keep that at the back of your mind. We are 8 minutes away with this very particular discussions happening at Westnile television with a program at Real Talk. And in our discussion, it's engaging youth and women in a sustainable business. We tried bringing it here and there to make sure that we understand all the articles of having a sustainable business, and of course the do's and the don'ts in this very particular one. I think that is what we are finalizing with. The do's and the don'ts in sustainable business is one thing I wanted us to discuss about. I think let's start with the do's. What are those do's the things you're supposed to do in building up a sustainable business?
I think one most important thing is showing up.
Okay.
Being consistent and persistent, just like Chris put it. Be tolerant, like you are always there. Show up for your business, whether it's a good day or a bad day. Definitely, there are seasons to these things, because business is not like employment where you're going to get a consistent salary or wage. It is like this season you're going to earn so much. Then in another season, you're going to shed tears, So you have to be prepared for all this. You have to be prepared for both sides. One, I think that do is just be consistent.
Okay.
It is that.
Okay. Maybe you give us the don't sides. What you're not supposed to do.
The don'ts, I would say, see, when you have a business, don't go for bad. Okay. Yeah, pressure. First try and avoid such. Don't overgive out.
You're going to give all your capital out.
What you're giving is at the end of the day your capital. And of course you will go down. Don't overgive out, but again, know where to give and when. Okay. And learn to stop.
Very interesting discussion right there happening Westnile television with a pretty Peace and Marvin, and of course your host Lady Beats, engaging youth and women in sustainable business. Our dear viewers, it has been really very awesome and a classic moment with you right there, and I love every single minute of it. And trust me, the repeat of this will be played to you, of course, on Thursday. That is from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. That is for those who have not catch it. We are going to meet again still, but all you need to do is you have to keep it right here on Westnile TV with the channel 477. That is on Star Times. You can as well follow us on YouTube and Facebook. Our pages are always there to welcome you and of course to give you the best information and entertainment you deserve. Maybe the last word, I'll start with Marvin. You can give your last word to your viewer, to your fans out there, to the viewers, and maybe summarize as well.
Okay. Thank you so much for actually this platform. Whatever we are able to air here, I'm sure it will help a few more other people out there. My last word to any female or rather youth in business is that show up, stay consistent. All these things pay off at the end of the day. That is my key takeaway, really. So, and something just more about maybe what I do. I have a clothing store for ladies, so anything stylish you would like to get to your party or anything, we have them at KKT Plaza, Block B, Room 204. And yeah, that is it.
Okay, thank you so much, Marvin. Anytime soon, I am reaching your office. I think you definitely need to be my designer officially now. I've got one. I already have a designer. I already have a salonist. I have the work now. What do I need? God, you're wonderful. Last word to the viewers out there.
Okay. Thank you so much for this wonderful moment. Westnile TV, thank you so much. To the viewers out, thank you for watching. And then to my fellow youth, please, let's don't relax. And let's not expect a lot from our parents. If you set your mind that you can do it, you will definitely do it. So don't over relax. Get back there and sit. Like, I remember when we just started our discussion, we were like, sit back and think, what can I do for my life? And sit back and think about this. What can I do for my life? Is this how I'm going to be forever? You have a better life ahead of you. So we shall be happy. I think the three of us will be grateful to see you progressing in the near future. And for the ladies, it's not easy to be called a lady. And it's also not easy to just be a lady who will always just expect. It's so hard for us, especially the ladies. They look at us like we demand too much. Let's show them that yes, we can demand, and they should also know that we are their responsibility.
At some point we're liabilities, at some point we're
That's exactly.
we refuse to be liabilities. Actually we're
assets. So tell them that, hey, however much we are your responsibility, we also have this to put on the table. It's not only you. We can also do it. Someone said, what a man can do, a man can do better. So, yes. So let's work, but if we work together, this can come up. About my services, I'm at Ethiopia Trading Center, Ragal Beauty Parlor. We do weaving, plating. We have weaves, braids, makeups.
Okay. Business is already going.
Makeups. And by the way, the other part of me that people think is dirty is I make juice. She knows. She always called me for it. She has always been calling me for juice. And
this is my
favorite. Very few of you would agree with me. I'm so grateful because
it's a cocktail.
I'm telling you, that is what good for me. Almost food every day. Buy for my kids sweets every day. So there is no business that is dirty.
Yes, sure.
Because however much you call it dirty, me at the end of the day I'll make my clean money.
Definitely. Anyways. Okay, thank you so much, our dear viewers. It has been Ausha moment with you, so lovely with my guest talking about a pretty piece. I'm talking about that is Marvin, and time has come for us to say, of course, goodbye to you. Keep it locked on Westnile television, and of course, it has been real talk with a very classic topic, right? The engaging youth and women in sustainable business. The repeat of this will be played to you on a Thursday. Keep it locked. I want to say a very good evening to you. And have a blessed night.